and it looks like that apartment is just blazed out. Luckily, it wasn't up higher. We're basically almost like right there, so it's a direct parallel undershot to where we're at. So everyone's out, man. Every 6 or 8 months, it seems like there's something crazy. There was the jumper on the other side. Now there's this on the bottom side, and everybody's out tonight. I was just minding my business, relaxing, having a relaxing day, and then all of a sudden, look, looks like there was a fire. We had to, well, they didn't technically come rescue us or evacuate us, but the fire alarm on our floor kept going off, and I kept looking out because there's been times where the fire alarm goes off for no reason. It's a drill. But finally a few people started making their way out of our floor, and I looked and I was like, what's everybody doing? I don't see anything. And then I asked them, I said, is there something, a fire? Is this a drill or what? That guy that jumped, well, he didn't jump. He was threatening to jump. That was right around January. So, yeah, probably about 4 months ago. Now, it looks like someone started a fire. I bet it was a cooking fire. But they said, yeah, there's a fire on the 4th floor. I said, how do you know? They said, oh, because we just came from outside. So it took us about 5 minutes to get down the elevator. Not sure if we should have took the elevator, but I don't know if we were going to walk 40 flights down. But everybody's out tonight. So I guess technically there's people right here, so I guess technically we don't have to be out, because actually the next door neighbors just peeked their head over there. But it looks like, I'm guessing it was a cooking fire. So you could smell it though. I can definitely smell it even with my recovering nose from being sick. I could smell the burntness. I think it was yeah, this is our building. This is us, and we live almost about right there. So it was almost, good thing it wasn't closer to us, but right there. But we did see there's a resident that was popping their head out, so obviously there was no major need to evacuate, or at least they didn't care. But here's the fire trucks. Everyone's out. Looks like there's a bunch of water. So I'm assuming they were spraying the water over here. But you could definitely smell it. You know how like you smell that burnt wood, like when you're camping and it's kind of like burnt and charred? Definitely smells like that. So, but there's a ton of people out tonight. Tons. Like, this is just a small fraction. But look, he's all... Look. I'm pretty sure it was a cooking fire. That's what my best guess would be. Because that is the balcony. That's the balcony. So I'm assuming it came from the kitchen. But remember, about 3 months ago, that's when the guy was going to jump. So 3 or 4 months, something kind of crazy happens in this place. But if you think about it, there's probably well over 500 apartments, I'm guessing, here. I'm guessing probably 500. So, I mean, odds are something's going to happen. I was laying in bed. I was relaxing. Getting over the last stages of this cold. And then the freaking fire alarm just kept coming out. So, you guys got a bonus live stream. I wasn't going to come down. And then I seen a few other people, and they were like, they're talking, they're shuffling back and forth, and I was like, ah, damn. Should I go out? So I grabbed my GoPro. I got my microphone. And then I made our way down. It took about a good 5 minutes to get down the elevator. But there's a lot of people out. I think all the excitement's over now, though. I think the only excitement now is this guy sweeping the water out. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that building. Yeah, everything that I heard, South America and Central America are either going to be more expensive or at best same cost of living, but you are not going to get the amenities. So you're going to get much less English. Oh, look, looks like they're bringing the hose again. This is crazy. It looked like they were done, but it seems like they're bringing the hose again. I don't know why. Maybe it started back up again. I don't know why they're bringing the hose again. Yeah, it must have happened, I think, a kitchen fire. But they were all just leaving. Everybody left. One fire truck left, and now it looks like they're bringing the hose back out again. I should ask them, can I follow you guys up there and help you? So now we've had a emergency on that corner of the building, on that side, tucked over there. This side, now we just need, not need, but now what's due is something on the other side. Let me get out of this guy's way. That's why you don't cook bonet at the house. You cook it at a restaurant. You leave it up to the professionals. I don't know why they're bringing the hose back up, though. That's crazy. Crazy. Oh, shoot. That guy went down. Only thing I know is that apartment, yeah.
But it was coming out all down.
Oh, it was coming down over here?
Yeah, over there it was coming out like crazy.
I didn't know that. I was all the way up at the top, so.
We were on the 29th floor.
We're all the way past the 40th, so. But it's almost directly under us, but
So it came right up.
someone told us it was on the 4th floor, but I'm assuming it was that one.
Yeah, I had heard that this is where it started, but there was a bunch of smoke coming out over here and then also over there.
There was a lady that just looked out of that window right there, so.
Must be okay to go back.
Must be okay, but now I see them bringing back the hoses again, so that's kind of weird. They just brought everything out, now they're.
Back in.
So I don't know. What's up, Army guy? Cheaper place? Yes. I've been to cheaper places, but when you factor in cheapness, value, and what you get for your buck, I can't find one better than Da Nang. That is kind of my search. That is kind of my search, is to find an equivalent to Da Nang, and I've just not been able to. I found cheaper cities than Da Nang, but they offer much less amenities, less quality. So I can't find that. But we went to Wien Yan. Wien Yan would technically be cheaper, but you lose 60 to 70% of the amenities. Yeah, I don't understand. They just brought everything out. They wheeled it all down. Oh, that's the second time that guy went down. You can't run, man. That's what I tell people, man. Out here, you'll get hurt doing this. In Asia, they just have this slick roads. Imagine what this is like when it rains, man. That's crazy. I don't think it's still on fire. We got down late, but now they're all bringing the hoses back up. So I don't know what's going on. Once they turn on the hose, maybe we'll go check it out. They were leaving thinking it was. That's what I think too. I don't know what they're doing right now. We came down, one fire truck left. One of the fire trucks left. And then they were all wheeling their stuff back up. Everyone was talking slow and just hanging out. Now basically, it looks like they're hooking back up the hoses. Yeah, this is my building. This is where I think the fire took place. We live about right there. So we live directly under it, but 30-something plus floors up above. Smoking in bed. Yeah, so there's a lot of people out. We'll stroll over here. This is the most people you ever see, is when someone's either going to jump or when there's a fire out here. As soon as Fluffy left, there becomes an issue. So Fluffy left about 2 in the morning, and then now there's a whole freaking issue. I'm dead serious. Like, if there would have been a fire, a real one, I would have been dead, because I heard the fire alarm go off for 5 minutes and then it stopped. And then it came on again. We've heard so many, what I believe is false fire alarms here, that I never even get out and go check or nothing. But then I looked out the door because I heard someone, and they were like wandering around the elevator. And I was like, these are probably new guys. They probably just think there's a fire or something. And then I seen another group of people come out, and I was like, let me go ask these people. And I said, is this a practice drill, or is this a fire? And they said, oh, I think there's fire. And I was like, what? And they're like, then this other guy came over and he's like, yeah, the 4th floor. And I was like, how do you know it's on the damn 4th floor? And he said, oh, I was coming in the building and I seen the smoke coming out. And I was like, oh. And I was like, okay, fuck it, man. So I grabbed my GoPro, my mic, my half-charged battery, and I made my way down on the elevator. Not sure how smart that was, but it took us about 5 minutes to get down. And then this is what I seen. There is drills in here. Mitzi, in my building, I've heard fire alarms go off at least once every 2 months. Like, we hear them and we're like, God damn, why is the fire alarm going off? And then we've never left our apartment when we had it. Oh, look, what's this guy yelling about? Yeah, but we hear a fire alarm at least once. I wouldn't say every month, but maybe once every 2 months we hear one. There it goes. The water's up. Yep. I'm trying to figure out where this hose is going to, though. You know what's so crazy? Is that in USA, they would not allow people to be this close to the hose and just like walk through the action and stuff like that. Because like in USA, it'd be a freaking a hazard or a lawsuit issue. Where here, there's like, hey, idiot, if you get hit by the hose, oh well, screw you. But I'm not sure where this hose is going to. We're going to go do some investigating. Where is it going? Where is it going? Oh, they're bringing it up the elevator. Yeah. So they're bringing it up the elevator. Yeah, it was on the 4th floor. We could see the building. It looks like it was a cooking fire. But it looks like they're bringing that all the way up the elevator, so it's going to be a mess getting up the damn elevator tonight. But this is what I believe is the apartment. That's the one that I think. But what's crazy is, so we made our way out. There's a guy that was just yelling over here just a second ago. Like, I don't know, I'm not like in danger, but he was yelling down here to somebody. So it's like that guy didn't even evacuate. Yeah, no standards of safety. So I guess they're gonna go put some water back in, or maybe there was another fire on another apartment. Not sure. While you guys are waiting, just at least double tap the screen. We got a bunch of viewers. Just at least double tap it. This is an unexpected live. I haven't even made dinner yet. I'm gonna make dinner in a little bit. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream. I was laying in bed trying to recover 100%. Everybody's out tonight, though. Everybody is out. About every 3 months, something happens here at the building of Muong 3 or 4 months. Army guy should be the standard safety guy here. Grab some handfuls of water. No, they brought it up. I don't know. Remember, I was telling them, Fluffster, that we hear fire alarms every couple of months. This is the building. This is the 4th floor. This is where I think it happened. Directly under us. We're practically all the way up at the top here, so if it would have been closer, it might have got us. The flag, that's a Vietnamese flag. It's been on a lot, and there's another Vietnamese one right up there too. So, you know what's kind of crazy is the flag didn't burn. Just like a regular fire, you know, like the ones you hear in buildings, even in the USA, like ding, just an annoying one. But it went off. It went off like it was going off for about 2 minutes, then it stopped, and I was like, okay, there goes that damn stupid fire alarm. And then it went off like about 5 minutes later, and I was like, damn, man, why do they keep doing this? Why are they doing the drills? Because every time before, it's always been a drill, or at least it was never nothing major. Look at these dogs. What's up, doggies? Some people went down. The only reason why I went down is because I finally seen people go out. And then I asked him, I said, is this a drill or is this a real fire? And the guy goes, I think there's a real fire on the 4th floor. And I was kind of shocked because I was like, how the hell did you know it was the 4th floor? And then he goes, oh, because I was coming in the building and I seen the smoke coming out. Look at this bike. This bike is cool. I want this bike. Look, it's got a basket. That's a nice bike. And he goes, yeah, I was coming in the building and I seen the smoke coming out. So apparently there was a fire and the guy still went up the elevator and then went and got all of his stuff. So I was like, damn it. So I went and grabbed my camera, my GoPro, my wallet. So I was like, man, if this place burns, I need to at least have a few things. The curse of Fluffy leaving. It's the war flag. Yeah, I mean, the guy's already sweeping all the water here, and then they have the hose all the way drug up into the elevator. I don't know how do they get the elevator door to close? That's what I'm wondering. But it looks like the hose just deflated. I'm wondering how they get the elevator door to close with the thickness of the hose. Coming to visit, we'll stay at the Dolphin Hotel. I've heard of the Dolphin, but I don't know anything about it. I was not making butter. I do have to make butter, but remember, butter, you just shake it. No electricity. Look at the fire, man. Maybe the fluffster. The curse of the fluffster. I don't understand. I seen them because I walked over there and I looked. And then just right now I was thinking, I was like, how the hell did they close the door? I'm assuming, the only thing I can assume is somehow that the hose is either made to be crimped in that door, or there's some kind of piece that allows them to like deflate or something, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how. That's a great question. No cooking on the building. Everyone has to go out for dinner. That would suck because I'm not in the mood to go out. And I was just about to make a grilled cheese. I was like, you know what? I'll just make me a grilled cheese tonight. Now it's what? Freaking 8:40. But there's a lot of people out. This is where you guys the singles can go mingles.
Sorry, just wanted to ask, what exactly happened?
I think that apartment right there caught on fire.
Oh,
The 4th.
I mean, it explains the black smudge.
Yeah, they said it was like coming out of a couple of these buildings, but they put it out and then they brought the hose back up, so
Okay.
I guess it's pretty much done now. Just the mess now.
In the aftermath.
Yeah, the big water mess. But I think everything looks good now, or at least it seems.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Will you also stay here?
Yeah, I still live all the way up at the top, so
Okay.
We heard the fire alarm and everybody went out.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Look, we have a new ATM. This one, MB. So when we first got here, the only one that existed was buy div. That's what I call it. Then I came down and I was like, wow, we got two. And then just about a month ago, they popped this. I have no clue why they need to stack them all next to each other rather than put one on that block, put one on that block. And instead, they just pile them up. No clue why. They have a fire opening. I never knew that. Never knew that. Should I go ask them, hey guys, can I check out your equipment? Is it regulated? Can I get inside and pull the fire alarm? Look at all the water though. This is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a freaking mess to get back up to the 40th floor. Anywhere up in this building. Look at all the water.
Em lên đi, Tuấn đang trên đấy á.
Let me see. Discount to the room? Yeah, as long as you have a mask so you don't breathe in all that crap and smell it. No hose, does it not go up the shaft? Use fire department, have standard pipes. You're the biggest part of the stream. He said that they have it going up the elevator shaft. Yeah, it's gone now, but when I walked around, I looked, they had it going, the hose, into the elevator, and I seen the elevator. But I heard, so I'm gonna give you guys some breaking news. I heard, I'm gonna test this out, but I heard this bank right here, you can take 10 million out of the ATM. I'm gonna try it out probably next week, and I'll let you guys know, but supposedly that's what the rumor is. Ask if you could turn on the siren. No Dalmatian doll. Yeah, it's right there. It looks like it's... Look, it looks like they're gonna bring it up again, or they're wrapping it up. I don't know why they keep doing this. If you guys are firemen, let me know. Like, this is the third time that they've undone everything and now are hooking everything back up again. But it looks like this is where the fire started, on the 4th floor. Breaking news, breaking news. Yeah, so I don't understand. Watch, I'm going to show you guys. We're going to go take a look. Maybe they're giving us a example so you guys can see, but you'll see this hose is going to go in here, and then they will pump it full of water, and then it's going up the elevator. It's just crazy how people could just walk around like this. In the USA, they'd be like, sir, you cannot go there. But look. So there's the hose, and it's going all into the elevator. See, look. So the water's going. Look at this, man. I'm boots on the ground, literally, for you guys. Oh, you know what? You guys might be right. It might not be elevator. It's the closet. So there's a closet. But look at this mess. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I'm gonna try to get you guys a... Oh yeah, you know what? So that's probably... So this is the stairs. This is the stairs. So they gotta carry it all the way up. That's crazy. If that thing was on like the 42nd floor and they gotta carry that thing all the way up. Firefighters don't get enough credit. They do a lot of stuff and help you guys out. Let me sneak out over this way. I don't want to get all that water jacked up on me. Let me try to go over here really quickly. I'll show you guys. So look, see? Oh, this lady just threw a whole bunch of water on me. But look, that's how they take the hose up. So that might be out of service. Grab. Look at all this. There's just, I can smell it too. There's just tons of people out here. You know who's loving this is all these restaurants and the markets. They're like, oh man, we got so much. We've never seen this many people at the little restaurants. Just tons. There's probably lots of people going to buy drinks. Get a squirt gun. Look at this place is just packed. What's up, buddy? I've never seen these strollers except for in Vietnam. They don't have those in US, at least I've never seen them. Look, fire right above you guys, and you guys are just hanging out, chowing down on some wings. What's up, little guy? What's up, buddy? I'm hoping that our elevator is working, which I think it is. I don't think our building has a sprinkler. I'm almost positive. You know what? I take that back. I think we do have a sprinkler. I think we do. But I definitely know some of the buildings that we've stayed in and hotels do not for sure. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I didn't expect this to happen. In the building there's a hose reel. Yeah. You know what? That's true. That's true. There is the hose reel. That's right where the fire alarm is. Look at the kids are out playing cards. Everyone's just hanging out. I'm staying here right now, Liz. This is my place that I've been living at for 2 years. Luckily, it wasn't on my floor, though. Let's go take a look and see if the elevator is working on my part of the building. So it looks like the other part of the building, the elevator is down. Interview people. Hey, what's up? You want to interview? How scared were you? This is the most people we've ever seen out of the building. I just hope that the elevator is not out of service. Because if it's out of service, it'll take forever for someone to come out here and fix it. Like, they're just slow when it comes to anything. Let's see. But it didn't though, because we took the elevator down. We took the elevator down though. I think these ones are working. I'm pretty sure these ones are working. Let's see. Nope, all out of service. But we did take it though. We took it down as soon as we started this. So they were definitely 100% working when we took them down. No, what sucks is I don't have my battery charger, which I should have brought. And I guess we'll just be hanging out here. Everyone's just mad. I should have stayed in, but it always backfires on me. If I stay in, I would have been burnt to a smithereen. And if I would have came down, then of course they'll say like, oh, sorry guys, we cannot get someone to fix the elevator for 4 days. You're not supposed to, but you should have told 40 people that were on the elevator that. Honestly, no joke, if the elevator would have not been working, I would have not went down. I would have not walked down 40 plus flights of stairs just for possibly a drill. That didn't happen though, for sure it didn't, because remember when we got down, the fire was already out. So when I got down here, I looked at the building was already out and they were pulling the hoses out. So the elevators for sure worked. It's not like the fire alarm triggered it or nothing. So the elevators didn't get turned off for a long time. I'm a building inspector. I am too. I inspect all the buildings. Wonder if people are stuck. I hope they're not stuck. I can't, man. I'll be coughing. I'll be coughing. I didn't even bring my cough drops. I didn't even bring anything to drink. So I'll be out of luck. I didn't even bring regular shoes. I'm sure, so I'm positive here it had to, there's definitely there's not a sensor like, oh, there's a fire, everything turns off. So someone manually had to turn off the elevators. I'm assuming it was either the fire department or someone in the building, because for sure we went down on the elevator after the fire was practically done. So for sure the elevators worked because we came down. If the elevators wouldn't have been working, I would have been down here. All the elevators are not working. They were 100% working when I came down, but remember, as soon as I came down, we showed you guys the apartment, and the fire department was pulling back the hoses, everything was done. So it definitely worked during the fire and after the fire. But what I think happened is once they went back in the second or the third time, I think someone shut down the elevators. This is going to be a nightmare, guys. It's going to be a freaking nightmare because look at how many people are going to want to rush into the elevator. This is going to be the biggest freaking elevator rush for history. It's going to be crazy. I mean, I'm assuming we're going to be out here for at least another hour, at least. I mean, I'm very extremely lucky that I brought my wallet, but that's it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Luckily, my phone is charged. But no, Fluffy. Everyone knows that's you. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So we did not see. So there definitely. Here's what I'm not understanding. There's two towers. So there's a tower here. Then there's the parking scooter garage here. And then here's where the other elevators are. They took the fire hose up this side of the tower, and then all where we walked in the scooter garage was here. I don't know why they turned off the elevators in this building when nothing happened in there. No fire department or no hoses went in that one. There was a fire. We'll show you in a minute again. We'll hang out here. I feel like we're going to be out here for an eternity. About 3 months ago, we had about 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, we had a guy that was threatening to jump. Now it looks like, I'm assuming it was a cooking fire. I'm assuming it was a cooking fire, but I don't know. I did bring my wallet, but what good does my wallet do when I'm in sandals? It's not like I can go anywhere, and it's 9 o'clock, so doesn't really do me any good. There is no roof, though. There's no roof. At least there is a roof, but there's no roof access. So we tried to figure that out, and I've never been able to figure out the roof access situation. Yeah, at least, and I even brought the GoPro too, so I brought the GoPro. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, I don't even have any underwear on, just threw on some shorts. I really didn't think this was going to be nothing. Oh yeah, I forgot I did have the Timo account. I would have completely forgot about that. I wouldn't even have thought about that. Come on, guys. Make sure you double tap the screen. Just go like this. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. This is giving you guys your live entertainment on a stream that I wasn't even supposed to be on. Shockingly, I'm on. I did. You know what? I thought about it and I was like, damn, I was really close to grabbing my laptop. I was really close to grabbing my backpack. But I was like, damn, I have no clue. But I wouldn't use it though. I've still not used, well, I take it back. I've used the Timo account one time, and that was just to test it out to make sure it worked. But since then, I haven't needed it. And especially I have my wallet here, so I wouldn't even use it. Timo, it's just, so I have to use that money up because on my 90 days, your bank account gets frozen. So once your Visa is up, whatever money you have in that account gets frozen, and you have to go back down to Timo and show them your new Visa. So for me, once I run out of this money, I don't think I'll ever use the account again. In Vietnam, after a fire, testing requirements involves a thorough safety inspection. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. If any of you, how long do you think it'll take before I am back upstairs? It is 9 o'clock exactly on the dot. Exactly on the dot. I have this gut feeling that we will not be back on the elevator till at least 10 o'clock. Sunday. Are you out of your mind? Sunday. Geez, I hope I'm wrong saying 10 o'clock. That's an hour. And that's like assuming like it opens up in the next 30 minutes. And then it takes 30 minutes for most people to get up there because I'm not going to rush up there on the first one. Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what the hell to do. I really wish I wouldn't have came down. Hey, guy. Hey.
What the hell is going on?
Man, another freaking incident.
It's okay, Fluffy. I'm here.
Another freaking incident. But the worst part about it now is like the elevator's not in service, so I have no clue how long until we get back up.
Were you on your way out? What was the deal?
No, I wasn't going to go down. I heard the fire alarm for a few minutes, and then it went off. Then it went on. Then it went off. And then I looked out the door, and I seen some people gathering, and they were like they were kind of talking, and I walked over. I was like, this is just a drill, or what's going on? Because we hear it all the time. Not all the time, but we hear it like every 2 months. And then they're like, oh, no, there's a fire on the 4th floor. And I was like, how the hell did you know it's on the 4th floor? And he was like, oh, because I was walking in the building and I seen it. So then I was like, screw it. So I went back, I grabbed my GoPro, I grabbed my wallet. And then we took the elevator down and everything worked. And then I came down here, I seen the building. And I was like, oh, it looks like it's done, it's over, it's burnt. And then they were bringing their hoses out. And then I was like, okay, I guess that's all the excitement. Then they loaded up the elevator again, or the hoses again, and then they brought them back in. And then I was like, damn, they're bringing it up through the elevator. Then I went to go look. I was like, screw it, I'll just go back upstairs now. All the elevators are out. So I'm like...
It's always something when you're building the jumper.
Every 3 or 4 months.
I gotta see the apartment. Is it on this side?
Yeah, it's right in the middle. Yeah, Dell did it. Dell was acting suspicious. He came out, wandering from outside of the bushes. He's like, what's going on? What's going on? And I was like, why do you got a gas can in your hand? And he's like, oh, no. This is a milk tea container. I am not going up 40 plus flights of stairs. Especially while I'm coughing. Lilo the Fluffster. 40 flights, not 40 stairs, 40 flights at least. And I think there's an extra floor. No, maybe, yeah, 40 flights. Forty flights to get up there. I'm just hoping that they'll open up the damn elevator.
Why are they having to bring hoses in, by the way? There's no hoses on the floors?
There is, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
Doesn't it seem weird? Like, why are you taking those?
I don't understand why the elevator worked the whole time, and then just over the past 20 minutes, the elevator, they turned it off or something manually. But I feel like it's going to be a long time before the elevator's back up. Not only that, but even if they had opened up now, all these people are going to rush to try to get up there.
What floor are you on again?
Up on the 40th. So I'm not going to walk, especially still having a cough. So it's like... that would be like 15 straight minutes of stairs up. At least.
You can smell it.
I know, you can smell the burnt stuff. And there's a neighbor that was hanging out the window right next to him, so they didn't even evacuate. So now I'm like, why the hell did I freaking evacuate?
I wonder if it's a breaker fire. My building went off constantly last night. The breakers kept tripping power consumption. It's so hot, everyone's probably cranking their ACs. I
didn't think about that.
From like 2 in the morning until 7.
But theirs was on their, it looked like it burned their balcony, so I'm assuming most of the places have the kitchen right next to the balcony. So I think something, but who knows? But there's no gas, so I don't know what happened. The stairwell is open, but good luck on a 42-story freaking building.
Were you getting ready to make your carnivore meat?
No, tomorrow. I thought out all my stuff. I was gonna make a grilled cheese, but I was like, I'll wait for a little bit, and then the stuff started going off, and I was just relaxing. Our place has a generator. I'm pretty sure it has a generator for all the hallways. It's kind of like that in the Philippines too. Like if most buildings go out, like the hallway always stays lit in the elevators, but not the rooms. Some people left. Oh, look, everybody's ordering food. They probably know, hey, it's gonna be a long time. Look at all these dogs.
Oh, he's trying to mate.
Oh, that guy's in a hurry. Wonder what prescription he needs. That guy was running like crazy.
Oh, is this where you guys get your spray?
This, I think Fluffy just buys it randomly anywhere. I bet they probably sell it there though.
Did you get your own spray yet?
And she left this. No, she didn't leave that one. She left the big one. And I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with that? Go. It's like a spray bottle like this. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with that? Where the hell were you coming from?
Robbie told me there was a fire over here. He texted me on WhatsApp.
Wow, word gets around quick in this
He
neighborhood.
said, Will has a fire. I go, from his cooking?
Oh,
And he goes, no, they're building.
it was right directly under us, but it was way, way lower. Actually, every time there is a crazy event, I think the live stream hit 51 viewers. So people love to see drama and controversy.
This one ended too quick. The jumper was the best.
There was no flames. If there was flames, it probably would have been good.
We needed flames still.
And I came down way too late, so if I would actually been in, nobody came up, like nobody in the building was like, hey, you got to get out. Like it was just like free for all, but that's Asia. Not one person ever came up.
I haven't walked on this street in forever. Did you see the whole urban,
Yeah.
it's called urban whatever, that they're building?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Well, I haven't been out in a week, so it went up more, but even before that week, it was getting
And it
put up
goes
pretty.
from that one block all the way down
I don't know,
to, what's that place that hotel? Thai
Tamarind.
Tamarind.
Yeah, so I don't know. That'll be interesting. I don't know if it'll drag some of these people out and put them over there or what, but it'll be interesting.
Big ass community there they're building. Holy shit.
Yeah, we'll see what it does.
I think there. I don't know how many floors it's going, but I think there's 4.
I think it looked like it said something about 4. I don't know how tall, but the only thing that sucks is there's no sea view. So it's kind of crazy that people are gonna. I'm assuming it's gonna be expensive.
I couldn't tell. I'm gonna look at the picture when I go back. It looked like it was
That kid just rammed him.
rammed in my butt.
That was funny. Did you send Dale to get up your battery pack? Yeah. Well, actually, my battery is pretty fine. I'm at 80%. Dale was seen lurking around with a lighter. He caught him.
Lurking.
He came out of that little bush from over here when he came out. He was peeking out to make sure the coast was clear.
I was hoping for still more excitement.
I was too, but apparently
I'm not gonna lie. I did get excited when I saw the fire truck.
apparently if I would have been in danger, I would have died because by the time I went down, the fire was done. But I'm surprised nobody. They have 4 security guards here, but not one came around and said, "Hey, you got to get out." So it's like a free for all.
And there was no like loudspeaker going like evacuate.
The fire alarm, yeah, but the fire alarm went off and then it stopped for about 5 minutes. Then it came back on. Then I was like, damn, I thought they just turned that off. And then about every 2 months we'll have a fire alarm like that. And it'll stop, nobody will go out. Then I was like, the only reason why it went down is because I seen other people and they were like whispering and talking. And then I was like, that's weird. All the other fire alarms, no one's ever out. So I went and I said, is this a practice or a fire alarm? A whole family was out. And they're like, yeah, fire, fire. And I was like, huh. Yeah, he's laughing it off. If you're still there in an hour, I'll walk my landlady's dog over there. I don't know. We have seen a few people. Look, a lot of people left. So, look, people are going into the building. I have a feeling maybe the elevator is working.
Chairs are over here. I'll take it.
Yeah, everything's... The restaurants are all full. Damn, I need my cough drop. Look at that. A whole family on the back. Dude, everyone's running. Everybody's out tonight. I kind of see people going in, so I'm kind of thinking like the elevator might be working.
Glad you're safe.
I'm safe for now. We'll see. Maybe I'll go back in and there'll be a second one. All right, Dale. Let me actually go see if this elevator is working. I have a feeling, well, this lady's coming back out, so let's see. Let's do a elevator check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not working because I can't even walk up the stairs, and I have a feeling that as soon as the elevator works, I feel like everybody will be rushing up. This just doesn't look good. Yep, still out of service. Here's the elevator to get in. Not the elevator, but the stairs. So this is when it would be awesome to live on the 10th floor. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It looks like that was the access to the stairs, but like I said, guys, 40 plus flights of stairs. I'm just sitting down and I need one of my cough drops. My throat's a little itchy. Not only would I be coughing going up there, but freaking by the time I wake up tomorrow, my legs would feel like jello. I don't even know how many steps would that be? Because each flight is like 1 and then 2. So I'm guessing that would be well over 1,000 stairs. They're not good when I have a cold, though. That's the problem. I'd be coughing all the way up. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if my landlord would, but we'll show you guys the apartment. We'll show you the culprit. That's the culprit right there. Look at that. This is where you guys want me to walk up to. So look, that's how far I would walk. Oh, here we go. I got an idea. Actually, a better idea. Perfect. Heh. You know what? I guess I'll get something. I'm here for the long haul. Yeah, Lilo is the one that started the fire. That's what everybody told me. Let's see. Oh, there's my revives. I love revives. What's up, Earl? Oh, I need a treat? Do I need a treat before dinner? I don't even know which one to get. Fluffy usually gets something, but I have no clue which one is good. I guess I get this. Dale's wiping off all the evidence, I think. Should I get that one, or should I get this one? I didn't know that. How did you know that, Mark? It kind of, that almost makes a little sense, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. What are these? No, I'm gonna get this. Dale is washing off all the evidence. I guess he was just coming to check it out. Control.
Biết ai mua không ảnh? Bao nữa hả? Bao của mày á. Đây. 50 2 cái một 5 cái màu vàng. Đây nữa. Trời chấm. Bao của mày. Màu đỏ chị. Màu đỏ nữa à? Màu đỏ chứ cái này bên em có mà. Em kêu màu vàng. Đây không bên đó màu vàng đúng không? Không, em kêu là 5 cái màu đỏ, 5 cái màu vàng. Nhưng mà bên em không có màu đỏ. Còn gì đây?
Here we go. 100, and can I give you 3?
Yes.
3.
Không ai tỉ ơi. Mắc quá rồi. Mắc quá rồi để ghi hả? Cho bao của mày.
Come on.
Tệ đời. Má cứ này một bao nữa và đi mua kẹo ăn không khác.
Oh boy. There we go. Thank you. So, I guess this is going to be our hangout spot for the next however long. Let me try. There's the culprit. That's the burned down place right there. I missed a lot of you guys' messages. Give me a second. Will, are you gonna find a better place? I can't find it. I would love to, but I can't find one better. He saw that Will is okay and still coughing, so he left. I'm up to date now. Postponed? It wasn't gonna start till tomorrow. My meat is still thaw, so I put the meat in the refrigerator this morning, so I wasn't gonna do it today. I still had rice left over, and I still had some bread, so I'm gonna eat, well, I was going to eat a grilled cheese, but we'll see how long it's going to take for that. Why didn't you use Timo? Why would I use it? For one, I'm on the live stream. For two, I don't really need it. Meat is still soft, bad visual. My last revive. This is actually, I consider this like the Gatorade of Vietnam with some carbonation. I don't have any shoes on. I got sandals, and I'm not gonna walk that far for it. Plus, I still need to get rid of that bread. I have 2 slices left. So, I was hoping to eat. I finished the rice today, and then I have 2 slices of bread, and I want to start the carnivore tomorrow. Look at that. That's nice. Mmm. That's pretty damn good. Ah. 1 hour until my conundrum. Signing monsters? Yeah, it's probably going to be 1 more hour for me, too. But look, if you guys look, all the 4th and the 5th floor, all the lights are off. I mean, I guess they must have turned off the power or something. Unless no one else is living there, but all the lights are off. Yeah. Avocado shoes. The only thing about eating these ice creams out in Vietnam is that they melt so damn fast. That is a good question. I'm assuming it's going to be the person that's renting the 4th. Actually, I'm probably assuming it's going to be the landlord of the 4th floor. And then depending on who caused it, it'll go from there. So first it'll probably go to the landlord. Then the landlord will say, "Hey, you cook, you fall asleep while you cooking, you owe me." So I have a feeling it'll either be the landlord or the tenant. That's very interesting, Mark. The only people that I know that prefer Wing Yan are people that are kind of like holistic yoga. I want to be on my own. I want to be extrovert. So I don't know that lady or that guy, whoever it is, but I have a feeling that's probably what they are. What was the reasons why they preferred Wing Yan? So Wing Yan is technically cheaper, but you're giving up about 60% of the amenities. So anybody that prefers Wien Yan, they're not looking for amenities. They're not looking for a mall. They're not looking for Western food. They're not looking to have conversations in English. You give up a lot in Wien Yan. I like Wien Yan though. I never can understand people that say Da Nang is hectic. Like here's the crazy thing. Coconut Man says, Da Nang's too crazy for me, it's too hectic. And then like the next day he'll be in Ho Chi Minh saying how much he loves Ho Chi Minh. I'm like, Ho Chi Minh is 10 times bigger. Ho Chi Minh is wild. Da Nang is never hectic. Like the most hectic that Da Nang is like a traffic jam. But it's not like, you don't see people yelling and screaming on the streets like other cities. I never can understand. I have a feeling people that say Da Nang is hectic use the wrong word and they mean something else. Will's ice cream name. Tolu. Yeah, I don't understand why people say Da Nang is hectic. I don't know what they mean by that. Even when I asked Coconut Man, I was like, what do you mean it's wild and hectic and too much? I'm like, you go to Ho Chi Minh where Ho Chi Minh is 10 times the size and it's just pure chaos. So I don't ever understand when people say Da Nang is hectic and too populated. I'm like, Da Nang has 1.5 million people. Half of them are probably on the other side of the river. And then Ho Chi Minh has like 9 million people. Never heard of her. But like I said, whenever people tell me about Wien Yan and they prefer it, I know that they don't care about English that much. I know that they kind of want to work on writing a book and they want to live near the outskirts of Wien Yan, and they probably do yoga and they want to learn the language. It's like, it's always the same characteristics of people. It's like the same thing when people want to go to Ho Chi Minh. It's the people that want to go shopping. It's the people that want to meet women. Like, there's characteristics about all these different cities. Da Nang is, you want to go to a cool, laid-back beach city that's cheap. Wien Yan is, no one goes to Wien Yan to save money, because technically you don't save money if you really want to break it down. So yes, I'll probably spend $80 or $90 less living in Wien Yan, but I'm giving up so much of the amenities. There's no Bikini Bottoms. There's no Thai restaurant. Sometimes we can't even get an in-drive. There's no Western community there. So, yeah, it's technically cheaper, but when you prorate it for what you get, it's not that great of a value. Marcus is far from the actual... he's an hour and 20 minutes walking. Like, you couldn't even really walk there, especially in that heat. Marcus is like 18-minute in drive from the area that everybody likes to be at. Airbnb, so that tells me that she's already spending a good amount of money. So I have a feeling she's probably spending more money living in Wien Yan. And I'm telling you, whenever I read on Facebook, I'll read the group of people that like to be in Wien Yan. They'll say, I don't want to be around that craziness. I want to be in Wien Yan. I want to learn language. I want to learn this. And I want to be down by the private where you pay beach. And I'm working on a novel and I'm learning how to surf. It's always the same kind. Like, you'll never find budget young guys that want to be there. I don't know how. So Airbnb, first of all, is going to gouge her. It's going to kill her. She could, remember, we looked at that hotel, the hotel that we stayed at. You can rent it for $175 a month. So unless she has an Airbnb that's a tiny little studio, even then she would still be overpaying for what you would pay just directly through a landlord. And like I'm saying, you guys don't really save that much. Like, if you want to live the same lifestyle as Da Nang, in Wien Yon, you're gonna save 40 to 80 bucks, in my opinion, a month. But you're gonna lose out on a lot. Like when we loved it because we could do Zon SM or InDrive, but there was 3 or 4 times that we would order an InDrive, nobody would ever come. We would order Zon, not the one that you negotiate, but we would hit it and accept their fee, and it just never would come. That's what I'm talking about when I say the vibe and wants to work on the novel and wants to go surfing and looking to meditate on the beach. That's the vibe that I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. Now, I'm the opposite. I'm not here to find myself. I'm not here to learn how to do this and learn how to meditate and yoga. I'm here to live a same quality lifestyle that I had in the USA at 50% or lower. So I want to live a same quality lifestyle that I had in the USA, but at a 50% discount. I don't know how they couldn't do Da Nang. You could easily do that. You could live in Sun Tra. You can live in Sun Tra and live an extremely quiet, relaxing life there. The one thing I will say that I kind of like a tad better in Wien Yon is probably the beach. The beach is probably a little less hectic and it might be a little nicer. But I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I will tell you the other thing that I like about Wien Yon better is the Nem Cha Loi that they serve, the spring roll dish, much better than what they have here in Da Nang. But for me, those two things wouldn't persuade me to go to Wien Yon. Yeah, I'm just not a meditator or anything like that. I think a lot. Most of my thinking is done laying in bed before I go to bed. I just don't believe in stuff like that. I just don't believe like, hey, if you manifest something, it comes. I don't believe in that. I believe things happen the way that the world wants it to happen. How it's going to happen is how it's going to happen. I don't believe if you think about it 17 times a day, it'll come. I don't believe in that philosophy. That's the only, so I would never sleep. If I don't think about myself and wear my brain down, I wouldn't sleep. Fluffy's the opposite. Fluffy will lay down, put her head on the pillow, close her eyes, and she's sleeping. For me, I need to lay down. The only way for me to sleep is like a cell phone. The cell phone will not turn off until the battery is down to 0%. That's how I am. I cannot fall asleep until my brain is just completely worn out and gone. So when I lay down, I might have 20% battery left in my brain. And then, looks like they're leaving. And then I have to lay there and I just have to think and wear myself out until finally I just go like, oh my God, I'm falling asleep. It looks like the fire department's leaving now, so. What's the odds? Do you guys think that the elevator's working and running again or what? I gotta sneeze. Undercover meditation guru. I would hope it's back on, but even if it's back on, it's going to take a lot. Even the love line. So sometimes I have to listen to 2 episodes. One episode is usually like an hour and 20 minutes. So sometimes I have to listen to 2 of those before I can fall asleep. Buying that. I can't. I used to do that. Like people used to tell me, like, go listen to the sounds from the wave. But I'm literally telling you guys, it's physically impossible for me to sleep if my brain is not worn out. Like, if I'm not 100% exhausted, I can't go to sleep. I don't know how Fluffy does it. Fluffy could take a nap and wake up and be up for only 2 hours. And then if she just laid down again and closed her eyes, she would go back to sleep. For me, I physically have to be worn out to go to sleep. Go back to a vegan Westerner. A vegan Westerner. Listens to animals attacking each other on safaris. All you need is some magnesium. I don't know. I've been like that my whole life though. Like for some reason I can't sleep unless I'm just completely worn out. Plus also remember, I think a lot. I'm a big time thinker. So when I get in bed, like I heard like these people are like, just don't bring the day with you and you just close your eyes and put all the thoughts out of your head. I'm like, are you crazy? That's one of the times that I think about everything at night when I'm in bed. That's the most that I think about things. I'll literally, like tonight, here for example, I'll probably lay down and then I'll probably be like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to start the carnivore. So I'll say like, okay, I'll probably get up. I'll probably cook around 1. And then I'll probably say like, okay, my landlord's going to come by on the 12th. I got to go make sure I got to go get my rent. And then I'll say like, what bank should I go to? Like you guys don't understand. I plan things so far in ahead. Like, when I went to Weignon, I already knew where I was going. I already knew probably the hotel I was staying at. Like, I walked through scenarios days or months ahead of time. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. Some of you guys just like, I don't worry about it till it happens. For me, I have like the next month planned out already in my head before it even happens. No, because even when I get 12, 13, 14,000 steps in a day, it doesn't wear me out. I'm telling you guys, it's a mind thing. I love that school. That's when I used to listen to it. I started listening to Loveline when I was in junior high. I do think too much, but here's what I actually think. I think it's a good thing because if I didn't plan and think about stuff in advance, man, all the bad stuff that happens to me luckily gets saved because I've already thought of it. For example, like let's say like I'm going like, hey man, I'm going to go check into this apartment. I just really feel like the landlord's going to change the price on us, or the lady's not going to show up and that place is not going to be there. And then guess what? I show up and like they'll be like, oh, you know what? We rented it to someone else. And the only thing that saves me is that I probably figured that she was going to somehow screw me on not having the place. And I've looked at 3 backups already. So luckily I did my research and planned for that. Whereas if I was like my travel buddy that never plans nothing, I would have showed up and been like, oh shit, what do you mean the place is gone? And then I would be stuck because I would be in a situation where I'd have to think on the fly and be like, oh my God, I'm out here with my bags and now I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. And when I rush decisions, I make very bad decisions. I think too much too. I think way too much. I don't have too much energy, man. It's definitely not energy. It's just I'm like a robot. I cannot shut down until I've resolved everything. So I'm someone that can't just leave projects open. I have to finish things before I can move on. What ATMs do you recommend? Yeah, so TP TP, a lot of people recommend, but I've never had the success. I've went there at least two different times at complete different random times and different days, and they've always been out of money. But all of you guys said that you love it and you guys use it. If you want to take out the most amount of money at one withdrawal, I recommend HSBC. But TP supposedly has no fee, but it does run out of money, at least for me, all the time. You know what? I heard that. So MB is right there. MB, I heard that it's a very low. I don't think it's free, but I've heard it's very low. I'm going to check them out because I got to pull out a good amount of money probably in the next week. And I'm going to try this bank out, and we're going to get a little experiment going. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I think MB does have a fee. I think people probably went upstairs now. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. We had an emergency show because of the fire. The fire in our building. So everybody had to come out. So we're yeah. She just left. She just left last night. Yeah. Thank you. What was your name? Andy. Okay. Very nice. Very nice to meet you. I have a feeling that people are back in because we don't see the streets crowded anymore. I have a feeling that maybe it's a sign to go in. So that would be good. I can make my 9:45. Probably by the time I cook, it'd be 10 o'clock. My 10 o'clock grilled cheese. So it's him, the criminal. In a normal case, if I was out like this, I would have got Grab. But remember, I'm starting the carnivore diet tomorrow, and I wanted to get rid of all the bad stuff. I finished the rice in the afternoon, and then I have 2 slices of bread left. So I want to get rid of that bread so that tomorrow, all I have is the carnivore stuff. So if I ordered Grab, I would have 2 slices of bread left, and I'm the type that I hate to waste. I don't care if it's a slice of bread. I don't care what it is. I hate to waste things. So for me, I would rather just use that bread tonight, get rid of that, and then be on the good side of no bread. Here we go. Let's try to cross without getting hit. Look at all this water, guys. Does that one place still have buy one, get one pizza? I haven't heard of a buy one, get one pizza in a long time. The one that we used to go to, Chevy's, they stopped doing it months ago. So, unfortunately, we don't get that pizza anymore. The only pizza that I actually recommend is Gilda's, but you got to get the deep dish pizza. I haven't tried Detroit City Motor Pizza yet. Damn, I'm going to hate if we walked all the way over here and the elevator's not up, but that's what I told you guys. I have a feeling that these elevators aren't going to be up for a long time. I feel like someone has to manually come out here. Yep. What does auto mean? I have a feeling like someone actually physically has to get out of bed and come here and do this. This is the part that really makes me mad about Asia. In USA, there would be an extremely high paid guy that if someone blows a whistle, hey man, you got to come out here and you got to do this. Like they get paid big money, so they come out here and they get that stuff back up and running. But in Vietnam and Asia, there's no sense of urgency. So this guy's probably like never paid or lowly paid, I'm guessing. And he'll just be like, hey man, I live in a province away, I'll be there later, and he's eating dinner right now, and it's like, screw it, I'll get there later. No sense of urgency. Look at all the lights are off in here, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think there's a sense of urgency, and same way in Philippines and everywhere else. Yeah, 24-hour stand. Here, I have a feeling it won't be like that. It's like there's one guy that probably deals with all this stuff, and he's probably on his own schedule, and who knows if he's there. Look at all that water. I mean, in USA, there would have to be a better way. You would just not have 8 random dudes. There would be like a suction system or something. But so you guys always, for the guys that say, you always say that Vietnam's the best, and you always talk bad about USA. And I'm like, no, I just tell the truth about both places. This will be a downside. This is something that I truly miss the USA for. This kind of old historic way of doing stuff. I do miss the USA part. Yeah. In USA, you would never see someone chewing on a toothpick or the security guard sleeping. Like, man, look, the security guards sleep here. Not one of the security guards came up to the building and was like, "Hey, you got to go outstairs. You got to go outside. There's a fire." No one alerted us. But like the security, there's 4 security guards in this building. Not one of them told us to come out. I shouldn't have said historic. I should have said prehistoric way. Prehistoric. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna have a long way. Like when our electricity went off, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks, a week or so. The manager, or whoever the guy was in the building, he was the one that's supposed to turn it on, and he was like, "Okay, yeah, let me go turn it on right now. Give me less than 5 minutes." I waited 15 minutes. I was like, man, is the guy going to do it or what? We waited another 10 minutes. Nothing, right? So then we went back down. I was like, hey, man, no electricity. And then he goes, oh, yeah, 5 minutes. And I'm like, dude, that's what you just told me, right? And then we waited another 15 minutes, right? And we're like, damn, the electricity's still not back on. So we go back downstairs. The security guard, he's like, hold on, let me call the guy again. And then he's like, okay, yeah, he said 5 minutes. And I'm like, dude, it's been 45 minutes. Like, how many 5 minutes does it take? And then I go back upstairs, like wait 2 or 3 more minutes. Finally, electricity comes back on, right? So we're probably 50 minutes into it. And then I go back downstairs and the guy's down there like, hey, man, I got your electricity on. I'm like, yeah, I know. I just came down, but it was only 50 minutes late. They don't do that in the USA. Chewing on the toothpicks, then throws it at will. I would tell you to go away. It will be on when it's on. No, in USA they would tell you like, hey, sir, we got to redo this. It should be up shortly or within the next 2 hours, or they'd give you something. Even when our electricity goes out, PG&E, who's the electricity provider in USA, you can go online and they'll say, here you go, this is your service area, outage area. If you're in this area, expect it to go on from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Out here, they're just like, yeah, I'm not sure, man. That's a grill. I don't know what those are. That's like the local tobacco pipe. I forgot what they call the... Yeah, I don't know why they have that on here. I've never seen them cook anything on here. Yeah. But I would love to say, hey, man, do you think I can use your barbecue?
Me, same.
So the smart people are the ones that stayed in. I don't know when I'm going to be able to... go back up. I'm connecting to Otis Mart. Damn, my Otis Mart's not even connecting. What's up with that? My Otis Mart.
Да, я знаю, очень многие вьетнамцы понимают русский, учат русский язык, им нравится русский язык. Блять, ну что за фиг? Я знаю, что очень много вьетнамцев
I need to
учат русский язык.
grill and chill some of that stuff.
Ему нравится.
I missed some of your guys' messages. Let me catch back up. No mosquitoes? I don't see any mosquitoes. Mark said it was a Western light lighting his farts. Lilo, that's strong tobacco. Natural gas, good night. Fluffy. I have never done karaoke sober. I only did karaoke back when I used to drink. Which continents do you definitely won't find a better price? Yeah, I think the only continent that you're probably going to find a better price in, it's going to be the continent of Asia, or if you got an amazing deal in Europe somewhere, Eastern Europe. But I kind of think that's probably about it, because I can't imagine any other continent going to be able to match that.
Я очень рад за тебя, друг мой. Ты потрясающий человек. Ты очень интересная личность.
I miss barbecuing in the USA too. I definitely miss that. Definitely miss that. I miss driving. I miss barbecuing.
Я очень рад нашему знакомству, брат. Очень рад нашей встрече. Хороший человек.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
С тобой приятно общаться и вести диалог.
I can't even log into the Wi-Fi here. What's up with that? But when I went into Otis Mart, they had all their lights off. I'm like, why the hell are your guys' lights off? See, you know what? I love barbecue and I love meat and beef, but I'm not a brisket guy and I'm not a ribs guy. Everyone gets so shocked. I love steak. I love ribeye. But I'm not a brisket guy and I'm not a rib guy. People get so shocked about that. I'm not really a big smoked meat guy either. I love a nice barbecued steak. I love carne asada on the grill. I love chicken on the grill. But for me, I'm just not a rib or a brisket guy. My brother loves brisket, but not me. Man, carne asada. I don't know what chicken piernas is. I'm not sure what that is. Cured meats, yeah. I would probably rather have cured, depending on what they are, than smoked. There's a few smoke. The problem that I've had with smoked meats is people overdo it so much that it's just too intense for me. Yeah, I guess, but when people do give me criticism. They'll say, that's grilled steak, not barbecue. When I use a barbecue, like the Weber, I call that barbecuing. But then other people say, that's not barbecue, that's grilling. And I'm like, grilling to me is what you do in the kitchen. Grilled chicken on the pan. To me, barbecuing is what you use to cook your steaks. If I use a circle round Weber barbecue, to me that's barbecue. I've definitely ate the carne asada. I've definitely ate like the grilled marinated chicken with bell peppers and marinated, all that, but I've never heard it called chicken piernus. I've only, even when I go to the Mexican market, I think it's just called like marinated chicken thighs or marinated chicken legs. Yeah, barbecue is shockingly always overpriced. I think barbecue is the USA version of Korean or Indian food. So whenever I travel in Asia, the most expensive food, you could never ever find cheap Korean or cheap Indian food. And it's the version of USA would be barbecue. You can never find cheap barbecue. And I don't understand why barbecue is so damn expensive. Ah, piernus is just legs. Okay. I'm not an asparagus guy. So I do like some green vegetables, but not asparagus. I'd take some broccoli. I would take some, I love snow peas or string beans. But I'm not an asparagus guy. Legs. Those look like Bart Simpson legs. I have no clue. How long do you guys think we're going to be out here for? So technically, what are we officially waiting for them to turn on the elevator? Does some guy need to come out here and physically need to turn on a switch? Do they just need to give the okay sign? Does someone have to get out of bed and come here? That's what I'm really, really wondering. I'm not a fish guy. I'm not a seafood guy, so I can't speak on that. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I am getting hungry, man. Test the zoom. What zoom? I know, man. All the food talking. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, man. They're just, look at, these guys are just like sweeping out with a little ass thing all the water. Like, there's no way that's the legit procedure. And that's the security guard. It's like, dude, aren't you a security guard? But as you guys have already learned, in Asia, if you're a security guard, you're not really a security guard. Actually, you're the opposite of a security guard. You're not really securing anything. You are the guy that helps on the scooters. You're the guy that helps sweep up. You're the guy that shows where you go get the water. You're kind of like a multi-job kind of guy. You do everything besides securing. What do you think the weather will be like? The weather's already hot now, so it'll be at least as hot, if not hotter. Yeah, look at these guys. They're just out in some shorts. It's like, they just look like they're just like regular guys. Like, they're just in some shorts and they're just sweeping. Like, where the hell did they come from? If you're waiting for Trong Nguyen, who's in the train, Jesus Christ. This is the stuff. So this is a great live stream for you guys that just think like, hey man, I'm gonna go out to Asia and it's gonna be so cool. This is gonna give you a little bit of reality. Like, for one, no one came up and evacuated us. Like, literally there was a fire. No one came to my door and said, hey, get out, and there was no announcement. Like, I literally didn't have to come down. I only went out because I said, man, I'm tired of this damn alarm, man. Let me go look outside and just see what's going on. And if that family wouldn't have been out there, I probably would have just stayed in. I'm bad-mouthing them as far as them actually doing what they're supposed to do. But the guys here, they're very nice guys. They just got the unfair title of a security guard. What they should be is they should just be like an assistant. That's what their job should be. They should be like they should be called like the building assistant, where they help you out, because that's literally what they do. When we first got here, they showed us where to get the water. They helped us do this. They tell people, move your scooter. They do this. They do this. But a security guard? No. We don't have anybody robbing things. They don't walk around the building and look for suspicious behavior. At nighttime, they're sleeping, so they're not security guards. They need to be called something else, like building assistants or something. So they should just change their name of their title. Then it would make much more sense. But to basically call them security guards is they don't do any securing of anything. They're nice guys though. We like them. Even Fluffy just gave them some candy. But what they are not security guards. At least in the USA sense. USA, you wear the suit, the tie, you have the earpiece, you have a little walkie-talkie, you walk around, you go like, damn, why the hell is this gate open back here? Let me go check this out. Hey, homeless guy, get out of here. Or every 2 hours you make your rounds. Like, none of that happens here. No, they don't carry guns. They don't carry anything. They're mostly like 70-year-old men. They're just older guys. And when business is slow, they just sit in their chair and they take a nap. They just take a nap. Boom gates? I've never seen them do any type of securing. I don't even think I've ever seen them outside of the door area. Like, sometimes they go sit outside the door, but I've never seen them like walk the perimeter and go walk around. I've never seen them do that. Well, goals are advanced to be recognized. I've never seen anybody sign in. We've never signed in. I don't know. I've never seen none of that. You know what would suck right now? Like if someone came back from Weignan or whatever city, and they're like, hey, let's go stop at Moon Milk and get groceries before we go back to our place. And then they bring all their meat and stuff. And they're like these guys. He's got all his groceries. He's like, yeah, let me go bring these upstairs. And then he's going to go up there and it's going to be like, what the hell? I can't get up the elevator? Like, yeah, sorry, sir. You're going to have to go up the stairs. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I guess I'll sit over here. I got a new table, guys. Let me sit over here. Look, I have I got the key card now. Usually Fluffy always has the key card, but now I got it. I got to make sure I keep it everywhere. Revive. When you're feeling down and out and you need a drink, go to Vietnam's #1 energy drink. Revive. Revive yourself. I don't understand why all the lights are off in Otis Mart. Look, all the lights are off in Otis Mart, but they're open and everybody's out here. Yeah. It's like they turned off all their electricity for some reason. Maybe because they're on the ground floor or something. Because like even their Wi-Fi's out. The Wi-Fi's not even working. What's up, NY? We're waiting for the damn elevators to come back up. There was a fire in our building, so we're hoping that it'll come back up soon. So, I haven't ate dinner. I'm just waiting. Fluffy is back in the Philippines. I am waiting for the elevator to turn back on. They're cleaning up all the water from the 4th floor fire. This is a shock, man. I did not expect to be on live stream today at all. And you guys got a bonus live stream from the fire at Muong. Yeah, usually I always hear back, usually no earlier than the 3rd business day. Usually the 4th business day you'll hear back about your visa. So count 4 business days and that's probably the day that you'll hear something. The Fluffster is back in the Philippines. She's actually in the future because she's an hour ahead of me now. So the Fluffster's in the future. Come on, just get this damn elevator working. If not, I gotta walk up 40 plus flights of stairs in sandals with, most of my cold is gone, but recovering from a cold in sandals up 40 flights of stairs. We're just waiting for the damn elevator to turn back on. That's the thing that we're waiting on. Waiting for the elevator to be turned back on. It says out of service, so someone has to turn back on the elevator so that we can get upstairs. So we're just waiting now. What's up, Dark Brother? You missed all the entertainment and excitement on a rare, shocking version of the live stream because of a fire in our building. So they're cleaning up all the water. And I still think the elevator is not. Let's go check. I would like to go inside. But we'll be able to tell as soon as we look around this corner. If you see a bunch of people standing up against the elevators, then we know the elevators are not back up and running. Let's try not to get in this guy's way. Oh, people are getting on. Yes. There we go. So people are getting back on, but it's going to be a mad dash. It's probably going to take 20 minutes. But the good news is the elevator is back and running. But look at how many people are going to... Look. So that's okay. That's fine. What we'll do is we'll hang out for another 15 or 20 minutes. And then once the crowd goes down, we'll go up. So what time is it? It's 10:10. So yeah, maybe about 10:30 I'll check the elevator out. Yeah, I don't know if that was true, but I just seen a report saying Grand Theft Auto, good news. May of 2026. And I was like, May of 2020. It's like, that's another year. They've been building that thing for like 7 years. Like, I've been hearing about, they've been teasing it for like six or 7 years. I'm like, how long does it take to make a fucking game? That's my favorite game of all time. But, they just keep saying it's going to come out. Like, GTA 5 came out, I think, in 2012. That was freaking 13 years ago. There wasn't enough excitement, though. I did shockingly bring the GoPro, and I got a little bit of footage because I evacuated with just my wallet, my GoPro, and a mic, but there just wasn't enough entertainment. I do not have a game console here. If I am gonna, if I get a long-term situation here, I will figure out a console once GTA 6 comes out. But now it looks like that's at least a year away, so I have a year to figure out a long-term situation for me. I can't do the, I was thinking that, but I've never played an online game. I would have to get a legit controller, not that stupid ass shoppy one that never worked. So I would think about doing a laptop game. I've never played a game on a laptop though. But if I can get a controller, a legit working one, then I kind of would think about doing that out here. So, but it looks like it's a year away. I won't even think about anything like that until GTA 6 comes out. I had a PS2 and I didn't upgrade to the PS3 until GTA, I think 4. I think it was 4. I had to upgrade to get 4. That's what I did. I got that grift months ago. We bought it off of Shopee. Or was it Lazada? It was Shopee. And I got it and it wouldn't work. We hooked it up. Everyone showed me, walked it through, and they're like, man, for some reason it's not working. It's not compatible. So I technically still have it, and it just doesn't work. We've tried everything. So I got the Xbox controller, and it just didn't work. 1 month in a rental. There's no real websites that I know of. The only websites that you can do something like that is going to be Agoda or Airbnb, and Airbnb is terribly overpriced and terrible choices in Da Nang. So the only thing that I would, if you're looking for a website, it would just be Agoda. I didn't know they had a Craigslist. What I usually look up is not Facebook Marketplace, but Facebook Da Nang expat group, and then some people will be selling stuff. Like that's where I got my big skillet. You guys will start seeing the big skillet because I'm gonna start cooking more. So I got the big skillet from there. I got that waffle maker that I gave to Fluffy. Fluffy took the waffle maker. What else did I get off of there? I got my crock pot off of there. I got my air fryer off there. Yeah, I would definitely avoid Airbnb though. Every time I look at Airbnb in Da Nang, it's absolutely awful. I don't even know why it's still up. Don't get Xbox. I would never get Xbox anyways. For me, I'm a PS guy. So I am a Samsung guy. I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm a laptop PC guy. I am not a iPhone guy. I am not a Xbox guy. And I am not an iPhone guy. PS5, I had PS5 back on my PlayStation 4. No, PlayStation 3. But I'm not one of those people that carry around the little digital stuff. Like, the only way I'd be able to do it is if my laptop was able to work and I was able to get a PlayStation or whatever version of GTA 6. But I would need to play it with the PlayStation controller. I looked at Airbnb and every single one of the places was absolutely terrible. Like, there was no good choices, and not only that, but it was 30% more expensive minimum. I didn't actually see it on fire. By the time we got down, to the bottom of safety, the fire was over. But now everyone's trying to get into the elevator, so we're going to give it a few minutes. We do not find that to be accurate, Sandro. So everyone gives I'm going to say it, I'll take the criticism. Everyone gives the bad advice. Here's what everyone tells you. This is what you guys will hear. Go into a hotel, book a couple of nights, talk to the manager, and then guess what? They'll lower the price for you. No, I'm confirming that's 100% not true. We've done that so many times, and I'll look and I'll say, God, look, on Agoda right now, I can get it for $7. They'll say, well, book it on Agoda. And I'll say, but I'd rather just give you the money and then you guys don't have to share anything or give them a cut. No, you got to book it. After doing research, I found out why. For one reason, if a hotel is in connection with Agoda, they cannot sell that place for anything less. It's in their contract. For two, what I believe happens is Agoda purchases those rooms in advance and they've already paid for them. So let's say that place is $10 that they've already paid them. Say it's $10 a night. They've already paid the hotel $10 a night. The only way that the hotel gets paid that $10 is someone books that room through Agoda and they'll get their $10. The only person that loses money is when Agoda will lower their price. Let's say they had it for $10 and it comes up to the day that it's that the last day is. Agoda will take the loss. They will take the loss and lower it to $7, and they'll still give the $10 to the hotel. And they'll say, screw it. You know what? We have so many other rooms in all the rest of the world that go up in price that it makes up for these. But don't believe people that tell you, oh man, if you go there, rent it for one night and then ask them if they'll do a better deal for a week. It never happens. Now, the only thing I will say, you might maybe get extremely lucky and find a place that maybe will offer you a better deal monthly. But if you're going from anything from 0 to 3 weeks, they will not offer you even if you show them. I've showed them plenty of times. I said, look, it's $7 on Agoda. I'll just give you the $7 right now. And they go, no, book it through Agoda. Book it through Agoda. And I'll say, why? You're going to have to give them a cut. So I am convinced that they've already been paid, or at least they've already been scheduled to be paid by Agoda. And then once you book it on Agoda, they will send that $10 to them, and Agoda will take the $3 loss on whatever they list it for. On Agoda, here in Vietnam, it's shocking. Most of the time, most of the places want you to pay in person. So they want you to pay in cash. So I believe probably they're pocketing some of that money and not reporting it all. But about 90% of the time I book on Agoda, it says pay in person. Some places won't even allow you to pay on credit card on Agoda on the website. They'll say, hey, go into the hotel and go pay. I missed a bunch of you guys' message. Oh, you guys see that? Look at that. Agoda has a ton of rentals. We're in the dark now. I think the smart thing to do is find an accommodation. They're going to delay GTA on Windows platform for 2 years? Jesus Christ. Have you heard of the vlogger by the name Endless Traveler? It sounds a little familiar, but I don't think so. I was on his channel and said that you guys have planned... Endless Traveler? Let me take a look. Endless Traveler? I don't have any collabs planned with anybody. Endless Traveler? This guy? I have no clue who that is. I don't know who an Endless Traveler is. We're out in the dark now. When you book through Agoda, do they hold the charge on your card? Can you pay with cash? Most of the time I pay with cash. I just got a great deal on Nha Trang regarding the travel agencies. You are not correct, as I work with it. That I've stayed at 50 hotels. If Fluffy was in here, Fluffy could tell you the same thing. Every time we've literally walked up to the counter and said, hey, we have it on here on Agoda for $7. Let me just pay you the $7. They refuse. So I don't know how that... For short, yes. That's what I was saying, Sandro. For short stay, forget about it. Now, for a month, I think it's going to be 50-50. But if you guys want to do anything from like 1 day to like 3 weeks, they're not going to do it. What's your new apartment price? Yeah, I haven't paid it yet, but it'll be due on the 12th. It will be 12.5 million, which I believe is like 12.5 is exactly... 12.5 is $480, and that includes electricity, Wi-Fi, everything. I don't know. For some reason, this Otis Mart's been going out. No clue why. Maybe when people want to go to the Philippines, I will do real travel service. People want to go to the Philippines. Oh, Fluffster. I don't know who Endless Traveler is. I would love to know who it is. I don't have any collaborations set up with anybody. The only people that I really do kind of consistent collaborations with is Evan. And I've only done like 3 with him. I did one with Marcus when we were in Nha Trang. Yeah, I'm not sure who you guys are talking about, so unless I forgot something, but I don't think that's true at all. Endless Travels is a channel. He's an American expat around your age, but had been living on and off. I'm trying to find his channel, but I don't think you're either giving me the correct name, but Endless Travels. Oh, this guy. I don't think I've ever talked to him. Let me take a look. I don't know him. Yeah, I don't know him. I don't know how he knows me. Are you sure he mentioned me? I don't know him. Unless I have amnesia, I don't know him. Can you get an apartment for a week? Yeah, you can book them on Agoda. No, I did not like Nha Trang better. There was a couple of aspects. There was a couple of aspects that I liked about Nha Trang, very few, but the overall situation wouldn't be the same for me. For me, it would not be good. I mean, I don't even have to go past the issue of the 23-hour bus visa run. In Nha Trang, you would have to do a 23-hour bus visa run, which is a deal breaker. And that's just the first aspect. There was 2 other aspects that were not good. How are you going to do your visa run, Sandro? I would love to know that. I've never heard of him. Never heard of him, never seen him. I'm surprised that he even knows me. I don't know how he knows me. He said that you said that you were open to doing a collab when he last messaged you. Okay, maybe he emailed me. Maybe. I don't... and maybe he emailed me and maybe I said I'm open to it, but nothing concrete. You flew. That's the thing. So, yeah, you guys can fly, but the problem is you got to stay out of the country. So, your visa run is going to cost you double the price. It does. It does. That's the problem. Being a budget traveler, the flights are not an option. And doing a 23-hour bus run is not an option. So that's why Nha Trang is not a realistic possibility for me. And plus, we live in the most tourist trap, nicest, best, most western area in An Duong here, where the beachfront is, where all the tourists go. It's too expensive for us down there. The resorts are very cheap, but the food is just out insanely expensive. I did with the same agent, Lynn Visa. Okay, yeah, it's just too expensive. It's double the price minimum, double. So for me, so everyone's like, oh, you'll save more money in Nha Trang, and possibly you might, but then you throw it all back when you do the visa run. So at the end of the day, you go live in Nha Trang for at least the same price, if not more expensive. Stop making videos after COVID. Now he's getting back into, I don't know. Maybe if he emails me, what was that? I don't know. I've never met him and I don't know him, but we'll see. Yeah, that's the problem. Shockingly, man, I wish that, I don't know why there's no other legit border spot in Vietnam. There should be one in central Vietnam near like central Laos or Cambodia. Because legitly, there's only 3 border run spots. There's one by Hanoi, one by Da Nang, and one by Ho Chi Minh. Yeah, that's true, Utsap. But the problem is, you got to stay out of Vietnam for at least 3 to 5 to 6 days. So you're gonna spend $110 on a round trip ticket, but then you're gonna spend $60, $70, $80 on a cheap hotel in Malaysia, so you're at 180, 190 bucks. You got to get Grab there and back. You're at over 200 bucks plus food. So your Visa run's 250 bucks per person. My Visa run with the bus service here is 160 bucks. So you're spending well over $100 while you're out of the country for 3 to 5 days minimum while you're paying for an apartment. Bay Area, okay. I wonder what city he's from. Very interesting. You could do that and it's 80 bucks. It's like 70 something bucks. So, but once again, you're just jacking up the price. So let's say that you go do the Malaysian flight, right? 100 bucks round, 110 bucks round trip. Plus the 70 bucks, you're at 180. Plus you're gonna go there, so you're well over 200 bucks. And you're still gonna take longer. You're gonna have to wait the 4 hours. You're gonna risk losing your return ticket if because Marcus did that. Marcus, what he did, he couldn't book his round trip ticket until he gets the visa approved. So then once you do that, then you got to go book a ticket, and you know how much more expensive the same day return back ticket is going to cost you. Lynn Visa is about a little less than 15-minute drive. It's probably like 12 minutes in an in drive. I find Endless Travel's quite negative. He moans about Vietnam a lot, so I can't watch him. I don't know. So sometimes I'm negative, which you guys call negative. I don't look at it as negative, but I'm just a very neutral guy that tells you guys the good and the bad. Because I would have loved before I traveled for people to have done a live stream or even a channel like me and said, hey, don't go here if, or hey, go here if. I like to know all the details. Like when I go to a restaurant, I go read the bad reviews on Google about them. I read the good ones, and I want to know everything. Some people just want like a peachy, nice, like, oh, well, it's okay. Like, no, I like to know, hey, man, this place, they cook terrible burgers, or, man, the staff. I love knowing all the stuff. Then I can make an informed decision. In drive? I'm not sure. No, the Visa runs with Lynn Visa are on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays and Fridays. That's the other thing, yep. So when there's a holiday and stuff. So that's the other problem is that you lose days. Like I've lost, I think over the course of the last 3 visas that I've had, I lost like 21 days. So I lost almost 3 weeks of visa because I had to time it up perfectly or either go too early or it would be too late to do the next one. InDrive, of course, you've never heard of InDrive? InDrive is a cheaper version of Grab. About 20 to 30% usually. Usually longer distance is at least 30% cheaper than Grab. The elevator is working now, but what time is it now? Everybody was piling up. So it's 10:30 now. Let's go try. Yeah, it was crazy. The Otis Mart, just like the place just, the fan was working, everything was working. But I knew that something wasn't right because when we walked in, all the lights were off. And I was like, why the hell are the lights off? And then the fan just turned off. The internet wasn't working. They shut it on us. What the hell? Damn it. Why'd they shut that damn thing on us? Freaking. They shut the damn thing on us. What the hell? Damn, man. Now I gotta walk through here. Xin chào. Everything's more expensive in Philippines, except for big bottled water. That is the one thing that's cheaper. Now you can't get through here. Can I go? The elevators are working? Yeah, so look, I still think there's a ton of people. It's going to take an hour for everybody. Remember, there's probably 500 apartments here. So it's going to take an hour for everyone to get on. No, I did not. The emergencies, I didn't go down them. I went down the elevator, actually. But look, yeah. We checked this. People were going up 20 minutes ago, but look at how long the line is still. 20 minutes later. So we've been waiting 20 minutes. And that's still the status. So that's what I was telling you guys. I bet it's going to take an hour for everyone to get up. We'll go back over here to the liquor store, the convenience store. Why are they shutting all these damn doors? I don't understand. They never shut this door. And they shut that door. Two reasons. I can't even get through this way either. Damn it. Two reasons I can't go get food. One, all the places that I like are closed. Two, I need to finish that bread today. I don't want to have bread going into tomorrow. So I guess we're going back in here. We'll walk out here. I'm probably unexpectedly going to get my 10,000 steps in today just because of this. Look at this little dog. So I bet we got another 30 minutes before this even calms down. It's been 20 minutes. 20 minutes of people going up there, but like I said, there's probably 500 apartments here, I'm guessing, roughly. And then there's 6 elevators, yes, but they all don't come at the same time. And then the other 6 in the other tower are still shut down. So I guess we'll be sitting for another 20 or 30 minutes. I could be like Spider-Man and start crawling up the building. I mean, it wasn't even a dent after 20 minutes of people going up and down. Let's see. So we're back down here. Luckily, I have a good amount of battery left, or else that would not have been good. The important information is that they have an emergency stairs. Yeah, they have stairs all the way up and down the building. That's how they brought the fire hose up the building. But remember, I'm 40 plus stories high, so I'm just getting over a cold. I'd have been hacking my lungs up going up there, and I'm at the freaking top of this building. Imagine walking all the way up there. Dark Brother would walk all the way up there, because remember, he would walk all the way across Bangkok in 110 degree heat. How did you arrive at 7 o'clock, Fluff? Let's see. Wasn't it 3 hours? You left at 2. 3 hours is like 5, but maybe it's an hour ahead, 6. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't definitely walk it and be home. What do you mean walk it? So I was gonna go across the street, but the problem is the door's closed, so I'd have to walk all the way around here to go over there, and then when I come back in here to check it in another 20 minutes, I'd have to walk all the way around the building and then come back. So this is the closest place. Like, usually this gate is not shut, but for some reason they shut it. I am not walking the 40 floors. For one, like I just said, I'm just getting over a cold. I had to buy this just because my throat was itching a little bit. That's well over 1,000 stairs. I'm not going to walk 1,000 stairs. For one, I wouldn't walk 1,000 stairs up to this building anyways. For two, especially not when I'm just recovering from a cold. We're over 40 floors high on this, and each floor has 2 sets of stairs. So it's like, I don't know, 10, 12 stairs here. Then it wraps around. So that's what, 20 stairs at least per floor. 1,000 stairs to get up there. I'd be freaking coughing the whole way. Like, that's why I haven't been doing live streams. I haven't been doing much. I only went out to go do that last little dinner when Fluffy was here, because I haven't been feeling good, and I even took some cough medicine. Yeah, that would take forever. I'd just rather sit down here and do this and give it another 20 minutes, but no way am I going to walk up there with sandals on, 40 plus flights of stairs. Like, by the time I get up there, the elevator will probably be done. I don't even know how long it would take to walk 1,000 plus steps. Stairs, not steps. Stairs. And then tomorrow I'd wake up, and when I step out of bed, my legs would be like jello. That would kill loads of people walking that. Yeah, that's crazy. 1,000 plus stairs. So we'll just wait. It's good for you guys because you guys get a free bonus live stream that I never was planning on doing. I was relaxing. I didn't do anything today. I think the highlight of the day is I cooked some rice. I slept in, I cooked some rice. My highlight of the day was going to be making my grilled cheese sandwich, but I mean, I still got to do that. I haven't ate since like 1 o'clock, and it's now 10:40. So my highlight of my day will be making a grilled cheese sandwich. Endless travels. I don't know that. I don't know. Maybe he messaged me, but I don't think it's been any time recently because I haven't got any messages from people. There's none really closest. There's none one that's closest. I guess the closest would probably be if you mix Na Trang with Wien Yan. If you mix Na Trang with Wien Yan, you would get Da Nang. If you had Na Trang for the amenities and you had Wien Yan for the prices, and you put those two cities together, you get Da Nang. That's the best way I would explain that. I look at your in real life as collab and not really a bonus for us. No, a bonus because I told you guys I'm not going to be doing live streams very often anymore. When Fluffy left, I said maybe I'll do very, very few live streams. And today, Fluffy just left like, I don't know, 12 hours ago. And I told you guys that I would do a live stream whenever I'm out and like something crazy happens. And shockingly, today, there was a fire. But if there was no fire, I probably wouldn't do a live stream for 4 or 5 days. Milking? I'm milking it? I don't know how I'm milking it. I'm waiting for the elevator to be free. We're waiting for the elevator to be free. Lack of live streams. I always used to do the live streams because I'd go out to dinner. So I would say, hey, you know what? Let me show you guys, you know, this place and that place. And actually, it's crazy because half of you guys are on the fence. Half of you guys say, you need to stop doing so many live streams, man. Stop doing them. It's too much. Jammer. If you're out there, Jammer is one. There was another guy that used to say, I hate when you do so many live streams. Stop doing them. And then as soon as I stop doing them, I get comments on the YouTube channel, man, when are you going to be back on? So it's like, you can't win, you can't lose. Fire stairs, they're compartmentalized from the rest of the building. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. I am not sure on that aspect. Otis Coffee. I don't know why the electricity went off at Otis. I'm assuming it had something to do with the fire, because this is where they were bringing the water in at the elevators behind Otis. So maybe they turned off the electricity or something. We're like one of the only last people that survived out here. Look, we're all alone, guys. Look, that's it. It's just us out here. Oh, man. I'm going to be pretty busy, man. Busy in the aspect that I'm going to be editing a lot of stuff. And I'm not really going to be going out, so I don't know. Maybe if I'm out, maybe we'll run into each other. I already did. I showed it early in there. Because I thought that they were bringing the hose into the elevator. And then we walked through and I showed you guys. I was like, oh no, they're actually bringing the hose through the fire exit, or the stair exit. So I showed it about 30 minutes ago. I guess if you want to stick around, when I walk back in to check the elevator, I'll show you the door again. Actually, I think just 10 minutes ago when I went in previously, I showed the elevators, not the elevator stairs, but the stair door. I already know where it is. We already know where it is. Because I showed it twice in here. I showed it much earlier when they were bringing the hose. Because they were bringing the hose into the stairs. We showed it then, earlier, maybe an hour ago. And then when we walked back in, there was a security guard holding the door open. It's just right next to the elevators. It's right next to the elevators. I have 5 videos to edit. 5 edit. At least 5. At least 5. So tomorrow I'll probably start transferring files onto my laptop from my Pocket and from my GoPro. I know. I probably should. I technically wasn't going to come down. I wasn't even going to come down. Like, we've had the elevator alarm go off 5 times, 6 times maybe. 5 times at least since we've been in this place the whole time. No one ever leaves. I seen a family and they were kind of talking down by the elevator and I was like, is this a fire alarm or is there something going on? And a guy next to him was like, oh, there's a fire on the 4th floor. And I was like, how do you know it's on the 4th floor? He goes, oh, I was coming inside the building and I seen all the smoke coming out. Then I was like, damn, so you came inside and then took the elevator up and now you're going back down. But if the elevator wouldn't have been working, I wouldn't have came down. And no, half the people didn't come down. Like, we seen a guy that was 2 doors away from where the fire happened, and he was still in there. So a lot of people never came down. People just stayed in the building. I wouldn't have came down 40 steps. If the elevator wasn't working, I would have not came down. I'm in the UK. The lifts auto shut down. They definitely didn't do it here, because by the time we got down in the elevator, the alarm's been already went off like at least 10 to 15 minutes before. And when we got down, as soon as I got out, there we go. He just came back on. So then as soon as we got down on the elevator, I walked outside, and the fire department was putting the hose back up. So I was like, oh, I guess the fire's over. So the fire definitely didn't shut down. The elevator didn't shut down till well after the fire was done. I'd hate that too. That's one of my most terrifying things about out here is that if the elevator goes, like in the USA, I feel like they would rush to you a little quicker. Out here, it's just like, let him sit. We're gonna call our guy over. He's gonna come by whenever he gets a chance. Plus, it's hot. It's hot as hell out here. But I can't. But the fire was done by the time that I got down here on the elevator. Because as soon as we got down on the elevator, I took the door outside and I looked and we seen up and we're like, oh, there's where the fire must have been. And the fire department was already putting the hoses back, so the fire was done. So if the case was that it goes off during the fire, the elevator, it didn't. Because the fire was done and over. We didn't see no flames. We didn't see anything. The fire was completely done and over with by the time that we got down on the elevator. I could do without the elevator if I still have AC. So everything's working. And all the building, my electricity, everything was working. Stuff is still back up and running. I don't know why this one was, but all this was working. The only problem is I couldn't get back up because the elevator wasn't working. It is getting a little bit hotter out here. Vietnam, the only place where they turn on fans outdoor. Sandwich maker. I don't know what someone left on. I have a feeling it was a kitchen fire, but I don't know. What time is it now? Should we go check? It's been about 15 minutes. Should we go check? I knew that the elevator was going to take at least an hour for all the people to get up and down. I knew it would take forever. Those firefighters. Oh yeah, I know, man. That's crazy. That's why I actually was talking about that earlier. I was saying, man, you know what's crazy is that firefighters don't get enough credit. Like, they have to bring those heavy ass fire hoses up and carry people and all that. And for as much appreciation that cops get, they get a lot of hate. So firefighters don't really get any hate, and cops get a lot of hate. But firefighters never really get the appreciation, especially if you compare it to like cops. Cops, like, when cops do a good job, it's like, oh, they save you and all this. It's like, firefighters never get the appreciation. Do you ever shop at Lot? I've been to the Lot Mart Mall like 3 times, maybe 4 times. I would shop there if I was there, but I would never really make a whole trip there just to shop. I'm cheap, man. Remember, I don't want to go spend $5 to go there to buy the same stuff that I could buy at grocery at Moon Milk, because it doesn't make sense to go overspend to go buy it. Like, even if it's technically a tiny bit cheaper at Lockmart than Moon Milk. By the time I pay the transportation fee and there and back, I've already paid more than what I can just walk down the street and get it from grocery. I don't keep calling it grocery outlet. Moon Milk. Why didn't they make Lot Mall like Nha Trang Mall? I'm not sure what you mean. But it is cheaper. It is cheaper, but not when you factor in spending the transportation money. So put it this way. So let's say like bread will be like 10,000. Let's call it US dollars. So let's say like bread will be like 75 cents at Lot Mart Mall. Moon Milk, 80 cents. So it's like 5 cents more, right? Everything will just be slightly cheaper at Lot Mart Mall. But when you spend the $5 or $6 to get there and back, you've already overspent. Smokey the Bear. I don't know why you don't call. I think Vincom, and I'm happy with those two malls. Like, I guess you guys want like these Dubai malls, but when we go there, you get groceries, you have a movie theater, you have a bowling alley, you have plenty of restaurants on the ground floor. I don't know what you guys really want from a mall. For me, that's plenty. I mean, you have a movie theater. There's a freaking movie theater. We've watched movies. Well, we watched a movie there. We went bowling there. We've ate at the food court there. We went grocery shopping there. The flea market. Not only that, the firefighters now have to go through other areas. But see, I'm not a glamour guy. Glamour is good for the women. Glamour is not good for a 40-year-old guy. I don't know what it would be good for me for. Actually, I'm gonna order some more shirts, man. I'm ordering off of Shein, so we'll see how long that takes to get here. Shockingly, on Shein though, you gotta pay in advance. Remember how I was telling you guys when you buy stuff in Vietnam, it's all cash on delivery? Unfortunately, Shein is not like that. So Shein, I gotta pay in advance, which I'm kind of worried about. But I'm so used to paying with cash on demand, cash on delivery. But I don't need anything at a freaking glamour mall. I mean, the most crazy kind of item that I would need would be like something like a laptop charger. Let's say like my laptop charger breaks or something like that. I would like a mall to have something like that, but what am I going to do? Go get a Giorgio Armani suit at the freaking mall? What do I need a glamour mall for? Yeah, they got all kinds of sizes. I am debating between the 2X. So I'm looking at the 2X that I got from Shein before, but this is out in Asia. So I'm wondering if the 2X is going to fit. So 2X is really like a 1X. I have a feeling it's one size too small. I don't know. Dark Brother makes me sound like I'm this freaking insane Andre the Giant guy. Crazy. Causes cancer. The guy right there, Jimmy, he wears the same shirt as me because he's the one that told me. He's the one that told me, oh man, I got these shirts. And I said, oh, really? And he said, yeah, they fit good. Shein. Go look on Shein. Shein has like 5 and 6XL shirts. Now, their 5 is probably really like a 3XL maybe a 4, but they go up to like 5 and 6. That guy right there, Jimmy, in the chat, he's the one that told me, go try this. They got really cheap shirts. They got really cheap shirts. And then he got them and he was like, they fit me and everything. Everything causes cancer, man. Come on. Go look. When you buy a cup next time, when you go buy a cup to drink out, it says, in the state of California, this cup has chemicals in it that is known to cause cancer. Every single thing that you guys eat or drink pretty much causes cancer, or at least contributes to cancer. 45 shoes. I'm not sure what a 45 is. We go by regular sizes in USA. But remember, I went to the mall, not the mall, what's it called? The Han Market. And I almost bought some, well, I didn't almost, but I negotiated really good on some shoes. And they had shoes in my size. So I'm not worried about that. Plus Shein. Plus Army Guy. Army guy's like the same. I'm pretty sure he's the same size shirt as me. He got this cool shirt. I almost got the shirt that he got at the the Dragon Market. I almost got the same shirt. Custom made shirts, dude. I wear shirts like this. I wear shirts like that. What do you mean custom made shirts? I don't wear material. I wear black t-shirts. I wear very simple Bay Area style dress. What am I gonna get custom clothes for? I wear a A's t-shirt. I wear a black plain shirt. I wear a white plain shirt. I wear a 49er shirt. What am I gonna tell them? Hey, can you make me a custom 49er shirt? This guy, Dark Brother, is going to tell me what size I wear and what size. So when's the last time you measured Army Guy? And when's the last time you measured me? Yeah, but when you buy them, the shirt, they have to stitch too. Your shirts are bigger. So whatever size Jimmy gets, I either get a smaller or two smaller. Walmart Bay Area. Custom material, that's for like those older rich guys. I don't wear collared shirts. I don't get design shirts. I don't get anything like that. I'm very simple. I should have got that shirt. Every time I think about the mall, it was a cool little shirt too. I should ask Army Guy next time he's on here. I'd say, man, how'd you like that shirt? It would hurt to have a few short sleeve shirts, like Hawaiian style shirts. I don't wear Hawaiian style shirts. I'm very, very picky on the clothes that I wear. I wear shorts. I don't wear any Hawaiian shirts. I don't wear anything like that. I either wear like expressive shirts, like, hey, get out of my way, or something like that type of shirts, or plain black shirts. I have about four plain black shirts. I'm not a guy that, I don't wear collared shirts. I don't wear Hawaiian shirts. Let's see. Oh, okay. It looks like it's, now I can't get to the other side. So now that the elevator's down, oh, okay, these elevators are working now. They're finally working. There we go. I wanted to go to the other side. The other side looks a lot less crowded. I don't know who these guys are, though. They're just like guys wearing shorts. Like, they don't work here, so I want to know who the hell these guys are. So this is it, Dark Brother. Look, this is the stairs area. So in here, this is where they brought the fire hose, and this is where the stairs are. So look, that's how you go in to go to this the stairs, and then look, here's the elevator that apparently they're working on. Look, he got mad. I was showing that. The roof, no, it was the fourth floor. Let me go over here. Look, that is where you walk up the stairs. So, it looks like we will be making our way, finally. I don't know where they came from. They're definitely not workers. And they all just like started mopping with no shirts on and shorts. So it's like, where did they come from? Like, so this is the stairs. Remember how you guys asked, where's the stairs? This is it right here. And it's in here. I'll take the next one up. Is there going to be another one? Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to get in this one. Well, there's not a fire hose long enough. If you would have seen earlier, there was a bunch of hoses, and they were connecting them all together. So obviously, there's not one long one, but they have a whole bunch and they connect them.
With countries near the equator, probably
Chị của em cậu 31. Chưa được.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell those guys came from. And they're just like young guys. And it's not like they don't have like a uniform on. And they were just like guys wearing random shorts, all had no shirt. And they just showed up. He's like, I did take the elevator down. I know you're not supposed to, but I almost didn't come down at all because we've had the fire alarm go off on us a few different times since we've lived here and nothing ever happens. Sometimes it just goes off, and luckily, I technically, I mean, by the time I went down, the fire was already done and over. So going down actually didn't do anything for me, except for causing me to be out here for 2 hours. Those guys are definitely not security guys. The security guys are all well over 60 years old, and I've never seen any of those guys. They're like young 20-year-old guys. Never seen them in the building or nothing. Yeah, there was. The fire trucks have been gone for like 2 hours though. We've just been waiting for the elevator to be turned back on. It's almost 11. Actually, it's 11:02 right now. And I've been out here since like 8 o'clock.
Nó đi học về nó mới gọi mẹ đang ở đâu, mẹ đang trên phòng nó cháy. Là toán ở luôn. Cũng không xuống được, không lên được. Mình bảo thế con gì. Lúc này là cần thang mà.
So you guys got a free live stream today because I didn't plan on doing a live stream, maybe not doing this whole week, but I did tell you guys if something crazy happens or I'm out and something's worth it, I'll get on live. And shockingly, I didn't plan on having a fire. Now I'm not wedged in. Revive. The difference between Western building and Vietnam building, the fire plumbing would be hard fixed, and all they have to do is connect the hose onto the fire connection station. Well, we do have those. That's why I didn't understand why they were bringing the hose. I'll show you when we get out. I'll show you. But I swear there's a hose and everything. Yeah, she made it. She went last night at 2 in the morning. So she got there. She's been there for about half a day now. I'll finally be cooking dinner well, it's not an elaborate cooking. It'll be making a grilled cheese sandwich at 11 o'clock because I've been stuck downstairs. Yeah, so look, there's the hose. Look, see? So I don't understand why they were bringing the big giant hose. Yee. So, there There's my cough medicine guy. This will be my new cooking utensil. And then I'll show you guys. I'm stacked for the carnivore. Look at, there's the beef. There's the 4 kilos of pork, 4 kilos of beef, bunch of bacon. That's thawing. Did it take you a long time? She left from Da Nang. She didn't leave from Ho Chi Minh. She left from Da Nang. Remember, we live in Da Nang, Dark Brother. My shopping was expensive. That's the largest shopping bill I've ever paid. I spent 1.7 million, and that was for 4 kilos of pork, 4 kilos of beef. What else did I get, Fluffster? But I did get some desserts for the last time. No. Da Nang has direct flights. Da Nang has direct flights from Da Nang to Manila. And then we heard that I think in 2 months they're gonna have direct flights to Cebu also. We've never done a layover in Ho Chi Minh. When we go to Ho Chi Minh, it's because we actually go to Ho Chi Minh, but we've never done a layover there. Well, Fluffy, here's what you... Unfortunately, Fluffy didn't use her brain. This is why I was asking her. So here's what's gonna suck. So this stuff froze together, right? And Fluffy put 2 packages together. So now I cannot break 2 packages apart. So unfortunately, I have to thaw out 2 packages at a time, which sucks because I'm not going to be able to eat that much before the other one goes bad. So I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. Yeah, so here's what happened. This is how they should have been frozen individually so that I could pull out one, thaw it. But what she did, I'll show you guys. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to figure this out. But she put them like this, so I cannot break them. So that means I'm going to have to like thaw out 3 at one time. And the whole point was just to thaw out 1, use that for 3 or 4 days, then break out the next one. But these are all stuck together now, so I don't know what I'm going to do. The problem is you can get very, very sick. You're not supposed to partially unthaw stuff and then put it back in. That's how you get sick. So if you partially unthaw things, because you are not supposed to unthaw something out of the freezer and then put it back in the freezer. That's how you can get sick big time, actually. So I don't know why the Fluffster did it when bags at the grocery store are free, and I kept saying, why don't you put these in bags? Put these in bags. They're leaking. They're leaking the juice out. No, I'll do it at the end. And I was like, man, they're free. Just take the damn bags. So I was always taught you cannot unfreeze things and then freeze them again, because the temperature change will grow bacteria, and then you'll put it back in the freezer. Luckily, I've never had jury duty while I've been traveling, but I would just skip it. I'm from California. People pass on jury duty all the time. But let's say if you found out you had jury duty, I would call and tell them, or when you get back in the country, just say, hey, man, I got all my records. Here's my passport. I was out of the country. It's still frozen after they become unstuck. Maybe. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to monitor it, so I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and then what if I go out in the middle of the day? Like, do I got to stay at home and wait 4 hours so I can unbreak it to put it back in? Like, it's going to be a lot of hassle. It's going to be a lot of hassle. Because I'm going to have to, like, put it in there and wait till it's just barely enough to break apart, and then put it back in the freezer. No, you only do jury duty when you get called. They just randomly pick you. So, But in California, people blow it off all the time. I think I went to jury duty twice. One time I got dismissed, and then one time I got called off. So that was it for me. Nobody wants jury duty. It makes sense though, like you need jurors and it's a great system, but nobody just wants to do it. For one, they only give you like $8 a day. It's like you lose money. I've never, you're like the second person that said that, but I've never heard, unless there's been breaking news, I haven't heard Thailand make that announcement. I've not heard Thailand make that announcement. I've never even heard it being official. One blue cap. What's up, buddy? So I haven't heard that law passed, and usually I get alerted with all the news, so I don't think that news. We'll look it up really quickly, but I haven't heard nothing about that. Thailand 60-day visa, is it still in effect? There's no official date. The change is expected soon. Okay, so maybe there's something coming. That's all it says. Not sure. That's all I see at the front page, so I don't know. But I've never seen any articles pop up, and I usually get a lot of stuff, so not sure. I think they're going to leave it at 60, but if they do go down to 30, they are in full-blown mode that they do not want young budget travelers in Thailand anymore. So if it stays at 60, then they're going to say, okay, you know what, we've been overthinking. But if they knock it down to 30, then they're in full-blown mode of they do not want young budget travelers there. And it's an all-out push for retired, big money spenders in Thailand. $30 years, wow. I don't think I've ever ignored it. I think I've rescheduled a few times, but I don't think I've ever outright ignored it. But I guess that's going to wrap it up, guys. Unexpected live stream for today. Man, it almost went on 3 hours. That's crazy. So, yeah, man, wasn't planning on doing it, but I guess you guys can thank the fourth story building for somewhat catching on fire. But I'm going to be working on a lot of editing. I have a lot of editing probably to do over the next week. Unless something crazy happens again, I don't know when we're going to do a live stream. But once again, I appreciate it, and see you guys at another time. Happy travels.